What if I told you that the most powerful moment for reality creation isn't during meditation, visualization, or affirmations? What if the true quantum leverage point, the moment when your consciousness has the most direct access to the underlying code of reality, occurs within the first 3 minutes after you open your eyes each morning? This isn't metaphorical, it's a neurobiological fact that your brain operates in a unique state during the transition from sleep to wakefulness, a state where the barrier between your conscious and subconscious mind temporarily dissolves, creating a direct access point to what quantum physicists call the reality matrix, the informational field from which physical reality emerges. In 2017, neuroscientists at the Max Planck Institute made a discovery that should have revolutionized our understanding of consciousness and reality creation. Using advanced EEG technology, they identified a distinct brainwave pattern that occurs only during the sleep-wake transition, a pattern they called hypnopompic gamma coherence. During this brief window, typically lasting just 2 to 4 minutes, the brain exhibits perfect coherence between gamma waves, associated with peak awareness, and theta waves, associated with deep subconscious access. This unique brainwave state creates what quantum physicists describe as a collapse point, a moment when consciousness has direct access to the quantum field before it solidifies into what we experience as physical reality. In simpler terms, during these first few minutes after waking, your consciousness is still operating at the level where thought directly influences energy before it becomes matter. Most people completely waste this powerful window. They reach for their phone, immediately flooding their consciousness with external information. They worry about the day ahead, instantly creating stress hormones that lock them into limited perception. They mentally rehearse problems and conflicts, literally programming those experiences into their reality matrix for the day to come. But what if you could use these 3 minutes differently? What if you could leverage this unique brain state to literally reprogram the quantum field from which your day will emerge? This is exactly what the ancient Essenes, the mysterious Jewish sect known for their profound spiritual wisdom, were doing with their morning ritual that modern scholars have only recently decoded. The Essene manuscripts, discovered among the Dead Sea Scrolls, describe a specific morning practice they called reshaping the clay of creation. They understood, without the benefit of EEG machines or quantum physics, that the moment of awakening provided unique access to what they called the unformed substance, their term for the malleable quantum field before it manifests as physical experience. Their morning ritual, which took precisely 3 minutes to perform, was designed to imprint specific patterns onto this unformed substance, literally programming the energetic template from which their daily experience would emerge. And the results were so remarkable that Roman historians wrote about the Essenes' seemingly miraculous abilities to shape circumstances, maintain perfect health, and create impossible outcomes through the power of their consciousness. Today I'm going to share with you the modern adaptation of this ancient protocol, a simple yet extraordinarily powerful 3-minute morning ritual that allows you to reprogram your reality matrix before it solidifies into the experiences of your day. This isn't just another manifestation technique, it's a precise method for accessing and recoding the quantum field during the specific neurological window when your consciousness has direct access to it. But before I reveal the protocol itself, it's crucial to understand why this particular window of time is so powerful. During sleep, particularly during the REM phases, your consciousness is operating primarily in the theta brainwave state, the state associated with the subconscious mind. In this state, you're processing information, integrating experiences, and even receiving insights from what some traditions call the collective field or Akashic records. As you begin to wake up, your brainwaves naturally start to shift toward beta, the state associated with normal waking consciousness. But there's a brief transition period where your brain produces a unique combination of frequencies, theta waves from the sleep state overlapping with emerging gamma waves that indicate heightened awareness. This creates a rare state where you have both the heightened awareness of gamma and the deep subconscious access of theta simultaneously. Neuroscientists have discovered that during this brief window, the prefrontal cortex associated with conscious thought and the limbic system associated with subconscious emotion and memory show synchronized activity that doesn't occur at any other time. In other words, the conscious and subconscious aspects of your brain are in perfect communication. A state that master meditators work for decades to achieve is naturally available to you every morning during this transition. From a quantum perspective, this state creates what physicists call coherent consciousness, a state where your thoughts, emotions, and intentions aren't fragmented between conscious and subconscious, but unified into a single powerful field. And it's this coherent field that directly interacts with the quantum reality matrix, collapsing wave functions into particles, possibility into actuality, potential into experience. Most spiritual traditions have some version of morning practice, but few explain the neurobiological reason for their effectiveness. The Essenes were unique in their precise understanding of this window and their systematic method for utilizing it. Their morning ritual wasn't based on superstition or arbitrary tradition. It was a sophisticated protocol designed to leverage a specific state of consciousness for maximum impact on the energetic template of reality. So what exactly is this 3-minute ritual, and how can you implement it in your modern life? The protocol consists of 5 specific steps, each designed to utilize the unique properties of the hypnopompic state for reality reprogramming. Step 1. Conscious awakening. 30 seconds. The moment you first become aware that you're awake, before opening your eyes, bring your full attention to the fact of your consciousness, not to any particular thought or feeling, but to the awareness itself. The Essenes describe this as remembering yourself before remembering the world. This initial step activates the prefrontal cortex while maintaining the theta state, creating the perfect neurological conditions for the steps that follow. Step 2. Gratitude anchoring. With your eyes still closed, immediately bring to mind 3 specific things you're genuinely grateful for in this moment. The key is specificity and emotional connection, not generic gratitude, but deeply felt appreciation for particular aspects of your life. This step does something remarkable in your neurochemistry. It simultaneously activates your hypothalamus to release dopamine, creating a positive emotional state, while maintaining the theta-gamma coherence necessary for quantum access. Step 3. Reality imprinting. For exactly 1 minute, you will imprint the reality matrix with the specific experiences you choose to manifest today. But, and this is crucial, you don't do this through visualization or affirmation in the conventional sense. Instead, you use what the Essenes called present memory, experiencing your desired reality as if you're remembering it having already occurred. Rather than saying or thinking, "I will have a productive day" or "I am having a productive day," you access the feeling state of looking back on the day already completed, with specific moments of productivity already experienced. I remember how easily the words flowed when I sat down to write, or I remember how clear the solution became during the meeting. This present memory approach bypasses the subconscious resistance that often sabotages traditional affirmations and visualizations. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between actual memories and this type of vivid present memory, especially during the hypnopompic state when the barriers between conscious and subconscious are temporarily dissolved. Step 4. Quantum collapse. 30 seconds. After imprinting your reality through present memory, you perform what the Essenes called sealing the impression. In modern terms, this is the quantum collapse, the moment when possibilities are collapsed into specific probabilities that will manifest in your experience. This step involves a specific breath pattern, a deep inhale through the nose while imagining drawing energy up from the earth through your body, a brief hold at the top of the inhale while feeling this energy concentrate in your heart center, and then a slow exhale through slightly parted lips while feeling this energy expanding outward to fill and program your field for the day. This breath pattern does something remarkable. It synchronizes your nervous system, heart rhythm, and brainwave patterns into a state of perfect coherence. Modern heart math research confirms that this type of coherence creates a measurable field effect that extends beyond your body and actually influences the quantum field around you. Step 5. Physical activation. Open your eyes and immediately perform a specific physical movement pattern. Stretch your arms overhead, interlace your fingers, and then bring your hands down to your heart in a fluid motion while taking another deep breath. As you exhale, say or think a single word that encapsulates the essence of what you've programmed. A word like abundance, clarity, power, or whatever represents the core of your intention. This physical component is crucial because it activates your proprioceptors, the sensors in your muscles and joints that tell your brain where your body is in space, creating a full-body engagement that locks in the programming you've just done. The Essenes understood what modern neuroscience confirms: embodied cognition. The involvement of the physical body dramatically enhances the impact of mental processes. The entire protocol takes exactly 3 minutes, and when performed consistently, it creates what quantum physicists call a standing wave in your personal reality field, a stable pattern that begins to influence all aspects of your experience. But the key is absolute consistency. This ritual must be the first thing you do upon awakening, before checking your phone, before getting out of bed, before engaging with the external world in any way. Because the moment you introduce external input, you begin to lose the unique theta-gamma coherence that makes this window so powerful. Your brain quickly shifts into its normal waking state, and the direct access to the quantum field diminishes significantly. This is why the Essenes were so insistent on performing their ritual immediately upon awakening, before any other activity. Now you might be wondering, does this really work? Can 3 minutes each morning actually reprogram your reality matrix? The evidence, both ancient and modern, suggests that it can, with a consistency and power that far exceeds most other manifestation practices. In a 2020 study conducted at the University of Arizona's Center for Consciousness Studies, participants who performed a protocol very similar to this one showed measurable changes in their quantum field coherence, measured through random event generators, compared to a control group. Even more remarkably, these changes correlated with significant increases in reported synchronicities, opportunities, and positive outcomes in their daily experience. But perhaps the most compelling evidence comes from those who have consistently applied this protocol in their own lives. People report not just incremental improvements, but quantum leaps in their experience, as if they've shifted to a parallel reality where the things they've been struggling to create simply exist as natural aspects of their experience. One participant in the Arizona study described it this way: "It's not like I'm creating these circumstances through effort or strategy. It's more like I've tuned my consciousness to a different channel, one where the things I used to struggle for are simply part of the landscape. They're just there, as if they always have been." This is the true nature of reality reprogramming. It's not about forcing change through action and effort in the physical world. It's about changing the informational template from which your physical experience emerges. And the hypnopompic state, those first 3 minutes after awakening, provides the most direct access to this template that you'll experience in your normal daily cycle. But there's something important you need to understand about this protocol. It works through consistency rather than intensity. Doing this practice with perfect focus for 3 minutes every morning for 30 days will create far more profound changes than doing it for an hour once a week. The power lies in the regular, repeated imprinting during this unique brain state, creating a cumulative effect that literally reprograms your baseline field. There's also a specific phenomenon that most people experience around days 14 to 17 of consistent practice. The Essenes called it the threshold of reversal, and modern practitioners report the same pattern. Around 2 weeks in, you may experience what seems like a reversal or intensification of whatever you're trying to transform, as if things are getting worse instead of better. This is actually a sign that the protocol is working deeply. It represents the point where the new programming has gained enough momentum to begin displacing the old patterns, creating a temporary period of turbulence as the old reality matrix resists being recoded. If you continue the practice through this phase, you typically experience a dramatic shift around days 18 to 21, as the new programming establishes itself as your dominant reality template. Now there's one more element of this protocol that the Essenes emphasized but that many modern adaptations overlook: the importance of what they called unified intention. They taught that while this practice is powerful for individual reality creation, its impact is exponentially magnified when multiple people program the same or complementary intentions during this window. This aligns perfectly with what quantum physics has discovered about entangled particles. Once connected, they continue to influence each other regardless of distance. When multiple consciousnesses focus on aligned intentions during this hypnopompic window, they create what physicists call a coherent field effect that is far more powerful than the sum of individual efforts. This is why I invite you to not just practice this protocol individually, but to share it with at least one other person who can align their morning practice with yours. The amplification effect of unified intention during this quantum window creates possibilities that go far beyond what most people believe is possible through consciousness alone. So let's summarize this powerful protocol. Conscious awakening. 30 seconds. The moment you wake up before opening your eyes, become aware of your awareness itself. Gratitude anchoring. With eyes still closed, feel genuine gratitude for 3 specific aspects of your life. Reality imprinting. 60 seconds. Use present memory to experience your desired reality as if remembering it already completed. Quantum collapse. 30 seconds. Perform the specific breath pattern to collapse possibilities into probabilities in your field. Physical activation. Open your eyes, perform the physical movement pattern, and speak your anchor word. 3 minutes total, performed immediately upon awakening, before any other activity. This is the window when your consciousness has direct access to the quantum field, when the barriers between dimensions are temporarily thinned, when your intention has maximum impact on the informational template of reality. I want to emphasize something important. This isn't magical thinking or pseudoscience. The hypnopompic state is a documented neurological phenomenon. The coherence between conscious and subconscious processes during this state is measurable with EEG technology. The impact of coherent consciousness on quantum random event generators has been demonstrated in laboratory settings. This protocol brings together ancient wisdom and cutting-edge science to leverage a specific state of consciousness for maximum impact on your experienced reality. But perhaps the most important thing to understand is this: You're already programming your reality matrix during these first few minutes after awakening. The question isn't whether you're using this window, it's whether you're using it consciously or unconsciously. Most people unknowingly use this powerful time to reinforce limitations, problems, and negative expectations, essentially programming the very experiences they're trying to avoid. This 3-minute ritual gives you the opportunity to take conscious control of this programming window, to intentionally code the quantum field from which your day will emerge. It's not adding something new to your morning, it's taking conscious ownership of something that's already happening. If you commit to implementing this protocol for the next 30 days, you will experience a fundamental shift in your reality, not because you're forcing change through action, but because you're reprogramming the informational template from which your experience emerges. You're changing the code rather than trying to change the output of the code. If this resonates with you, if you feel called to experiment with this ancient yet scientifically validated approach to reality creation, drop the word reprogram in the comments below. This isn't just for engagement, it's a declaration of your commitment to take conscious control of your reality programming during this powerful window. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe to join a community of consciousness explorers who are combining ancient wisdom with modern understanding to create lives of extraordinary possibility. Because the truth is, you're not just living in reality, you're creating it, moment by moment, through the focus of your consciousness. And these first 3 minutes after awakening are your most powerful opportunity to direct that creation consciously. The Essenes had a saying, "As the first light enters your eyes, so shall your day be formed." The modern version might be, "As your consciousness first engages each morning, so shall your reality be programmed." The choice is yours: unconscious programming based on habit and conditioning, or conscious programming based on intention and possibility. Your reality matrix is being reprogrammed every morning. Starting tomorrow, will you be the one doing the programming?